Yeah, and we're live. So, last day of the intensive. It's been a month. Full month. Today is the actual last day of training. And I just wanted to have a little talk about some of the things that we experienced and maybe what we gained or taking away from this experience. None of the secrets. We're not going to talk about how to do Fajin or anything like that.
Which we learned today, actually.
Oh yeah, finally. The last day finally showed us the trick. So, I mean, for myself, there's been many gains in the mind, in awareness, in the body, in my general felt sense of being. One thing that I would definitely mention that was very profound, and for a long time, I've heard about this concept sort of as a theoretical thing or intellectual understanding about the sensations within the body being merely sensations. And when I've been in pain, in extreme pain, and tried to apply that sort of theory, it has never really worked as well as I would have liked it. But sometime midway through this intensive, I began to notice that when the awareness is absorbed inside the body, into the subtle awareness, we could say, that it really is just like that. It's just sensation, and it's not a problem. Even the burning muscles, if you're aware of them from the external, it's like excruciating. But then if you're able to absorb in and experience them directly, right? Directly, not through the mind experiencing it externally as an outer sensation, right? But inside, it's really just, so that's what pain really is, and then it's not a problem. So
it's not a problem for like 5 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, and then it hits you back.
Well, okay, the crucifix was a little bit painful.
Because I know what you mean. It's that you have it for some seconds, like you feel, oh yeah, I'm totally separate from it, and you can just push through, and then you're distracted or just a bit off, and it just comes back hitting you, and then you just into it, and okay, now you release it again. So for me, it's always like coming back to it, coming back to it, coming back to it.
Yeah, but the experience happened for sure, and it's been deepening. It's been deepening, and so yes, sometimes it's a little easier than other times for sure. But the fact that it's arisen as a direct experience and not just an intellectual understanding was incredibly powerful for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the good ones.
How about you? Anything in particular?
It's just, I've done some intensive weeks with Sifu, and it's always just incredible how clear he is and how much of bullshit he's able to cut away that I built up inside of me and towards me and towards this whole system, towards inner work, whatever you want to call it. Like so much hindrance I give to myself all the time. Yeah, for me it was incredible how we learn to push beyond the mind and the body like every day, and just keeps going. Like the first week was crazy, and then the second week on top, and now we do the exercises for a long time, and it's just excruciating. But you're still open. You're open to the experience, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, so collapsing and crumbling.
Exactly, like the giving up to it and like hiding from experience, just directly experiencing it. And that's when it comes in what you said, that you see it as what it is. But if you're hiding and trying to sneak around, you're always seeing it in some kind of way. You're never seeing it clearly.
Yeah.
Just if you just look at it. Yeah. Good.
You talked a lot about sincerity too, and that's kind of like what you're pointing to, like the amount of sincerity we can bring to our practice will determine ultimately how we progress, right? And so even waking up in the morning, like every morning, just feeling completely wrecked, but then going to the training and putting in your all anyways, and you kind of just forget about all that. It's just kind of like getting into the flow, and it becomes more normal. You want to join us, man? We're just doing a little talk about some of what we experienced during the intensive. since it's the last day. Yeah, feel free to come join us, both of you guys.
And with the
Someone
sincerity,
takes me in mind.
yeah,
Huh?
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotcha.
We did the talk with the sincerity, and then you come with the exercise. Like, yeah, now we're all gonna be super sincere, and so you just destroyed us all because you're so after the talk, you're like, yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna be sincere and even more upright towards it. That you just go full on.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good timing. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, man. Definitely has a way of pushing us to the edge and beyond.
Yeah.
Still thinking?
Yeah, I'm just, it's interesting how you mentioned before, like it's like seeing the pain internally in the body, and then when you're in the body, you don't have to filter it in your mind and describe the sensation, and in that sensation is change. To see it as change, and that's like what the transformation is about. Change, and it's impermanent, so from one moment to the next, it's going to be different. But sometimes when it's excruciating, you think like, oh, this is my existence, my whole existence,
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, when we first started, there's a lot of that hiding, a lot of that, like going into the shell,
Yeah.
He says to be the happy turtle, like, suspend the crown. And it's like, it's interesting how the relationship between the mind and the body is changed. And it's more like, I don't know, it's a lot more calm and accepting of the experience. I thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great point. Having an appreciation for the pain when it comes, right? Having that is another gift, pearl of wisdom. So that even when there is physical pain, you realize that, oh, well, this is the pain of change. And change is what I want. I really want the change. We all want the change, or we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't put ourselves through all this.
And it gives the opportunity to change towards it. But
Yeah.
if there is no suffering, if there's no pain, you can never change. But when you feel it, like you can change your way how to look at it and stuff like that. So I think that was one of the emphasis we put on this month, and I think we all really learn from that.
Yeah, the approach to pain.
Yeah.
Any pearls that you'd like to share? Things you experienced, took away?
I think it's quite hard for him to work with people and share this one truth about things, which is not the technique, but being that person and working that person, being true to yourself. Take off that illusion of technique to learn something from the mind, but instead go into that pain and develop. And that's really a crazy thing to do with humans for 1 month. And I respect him very much for that, and thank him so much for doing that with me and with us. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it is. It's very crazy, and I think we all feel extraordinarily blessed to have had this experience.
Yeah, sure.
And, just to recap what you were saying a little bit too, that we were going over today in terms of skills, techniques and things, tactics and such, versus what we're developing here is like these inner qualities.
Shaping who we are, just being the person that does things.
Changing the being, yes. Instead of learning a new trick, which has a very limited capacity. And with tricks, always the conditions have to be just right for them to actually work. But when developing a quality, it becomes who you are. So it's always there, always available. But that was very profound. Now, we got 2 more hours of abuse.
Really nice, really easy.
I know, it'll be great. I'm gonna miss this place so much.
Yeah.
I'll miss all you guys dearly, and I hope we get together to come back again next year and do it again.
Yeah, it would be cool. Hope so.
All right. Well, thank you guys from Phuket. Till next time.